What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Flicking on My Big Tarot, here where I bring you the beauty, juice, and spiritual truths. I'm your spirit guide host, Miss DC. As you all know, you do not have to believe in tarot. Do not exclude yourself from the message because this shit can actually happen. Gemini, all my information will be in the description box below. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And if this is so, drop a tip in my Cash App, leave a comment, and let me know. I also do personal readings. The email for that is in the description box below as well. All right. Child, Gemini. This is what's funny to me because for whatever reason, Geminis generally just don't do well with kids. They usually just don't do well with kids. Now, you may work with kids or you're usually around kids, but it's just there's always just this tension between Geminis and kids. And I don't know what that is. You might be a teacher and don't particularly care for your students, or you may have kids and you don't really get along with your kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those situations where Geminis just don't do too well with kids. But for whatever reason, there is a child involved in this situation, possibly a little girl, but gender is not specific. This child may be very young, between the ages of 2 and 5. I think that little girl could be between 2 and 5, right? No, not, I wouldn't say 5. I would say probably between the ages of 2 and 3. I don't really know, but my daughter's 13. So it's been a while since I've had a little one, but I would say maybe between the ages of 2 and 5. I'll just give it that. Married. Okay. So maybe someone's pregnant. Maybe I feel like maybe somebody wants to adopt a child after they get married. Somebody wants a child at, okay, so 2 fell out. So we'll just take these 2. Yeah, what did I say? Somebody wants to adopt a child. I feel like a married couple wants to adopt a child. A married couple wants to adopt a child is what I'm getting. Of course, you would need the courts, a home, a married couple that will stay in a home, but maybe they want a child. And you see the little girl is right next to the mother. It could have been a situation where the little girl was next to the father, but it would make more sense that the woman wants a child. So I feel like there's somebody here who wants to possibly adopt a child. That's why we have the courts involved. Yeah, but maybe something is still ongoing. Maybe this process is still ongoing, like something has not completely closed out, I would say. Yeah, this could be a situation where something isn't completely closed out yet. A situation with a child. I feel like the process for this child is still happening. Yeah, and so there might be a few options while it's still open. It's like, okay, so we can have an open adoption, a closed adoption, um, something along those lines. I feel like you have multiple options with all of these. If the house in which you want to live or reside, do you want a house? Do you want an apartment? Or you may be required to have certain things in order to have this child. So you may have to have a bigger house, or you may have to have, you may have to live in a particular type of city, or it'll be something. Why do these cards keep dropping? My cards haven't really just been dropping, but yeah, I think if you connect two things together, connecting two things together, if you both have incomes, you make more money together than if one person has an income and the other person is living off of all of it. Yeah, so look, This is the thing. Somebody is tired of having to go through court. It's like this process is too long, too drawn out. Yeah. See, at the bottom of the deck, we have resisting something. So this is like I feel like this is like a waiting game in this situation. This is a waiting game. Somebody, I feel like maybe the process, if in order for you to adopt, a child, you have to wait for the courts to come in and make sure the living facility is great enough for a child to be raised in. They want to see that you're married. It looks better when you're married. It looks better when you have a nice clean home, and the courts will of course do their job, but this is not an easy process. That's why it's still ongoing. And there are several different options that you can choose, or there are several different things that you got to go through, several different steps that you may have to go through in order to several different steps you got to go through in order to fulfill this process. But again, I feel like something is a waiting game, Gemini. And I'm actually really, really surprised with you because again, it's like if you want to do something with children, you will, and that's just the thing about Gemini's nature, not Gemini's nature, but the life of a Gemini. You all generally tend to be around a lot of kids, or you generally tend to have like some attachment to kids, but I don't feel like you actually really care for kids. Now, it may not be all Geminis, but most Geminis I know usually have some form of fashion issue with kids. All right, Gemini, if you don't, you better.